what's up, my friends? Welcome back to another gear review. I'm your host, Steve Machine Ricardo. What is shaking out there? Easy day. Just reminiscing back in the 80s and the 90s when everything was freaking rocking and it was cool and there was awesome music out there. You know, bands like Skid Row and Slaughter and all those kind of glam bands are around, and you know, you can Poison, throw in CC DeVille and everything else. And you know, and Kramer was awesome. I mean, it was the shit back there. You know, it was cool. It was a wicked guitar, and everybody that I know, including myself, we all wanted to get one. We could never afford one back then. You know, Kramer was like, yeah, Richie Sambora was using it, and we saw CC DeVille using it, and Dave the Snake Sabo from Skid Row. And I was like, oh man. I remember going down to it was Mother's Music in Vancouver, and I just, you know, faces on the window. You're like, oh, look at the guitar, it's drooling. So Kramer is back alive for the last few years, and they're getting stronger and stronger. They got a cool new line for 2021, which is amazing, and we'll talk about that later on in another episode. But I mean, just it's cool. So I'm at Long and McQuaid in Abbotsford, and I'm walking through, and they got a couple Kramers already there. And I did a review on the Bullseye, which I ended up purchasing. It's an awesome guitar, and I put the Eddie Van Halen tuner on there. But I'm like, oh, what is that? It's basically, it's an ode to a Les Paul with the Floyd Rose, right? So it's like, yes! The Kramer Assault 220. Dude, this is it. Look at that. It's, I have to admit, when I saw it, first thing that came to my mind was the LTD Gary Holt. Right? The black and the red with the binding and everything else. And the first thing I saw was, oh, dude, this is, you know, I'd like to get my hands on one to review one. Definitely, I'll be talking to LTD and ESP about that. You know, how about throwing me a bone and get me a guitar? So anyway, but this is the Kramer Assault 220. This is awesome. This thing is cool. It was sitting there. I'm like, oh, I gotta pick it up. Right now, it's on sale for $3.99. It's used. It don't matter, man. It's the thing. Seriously, it's brand new. There's not a scratch on it or anything. Maybe when I'm done with it. But anyway, all right, let's talk about this guitar in general. So it's got a Kramer Floyd Rose license on it. It feels okay. I've had it for about a week now, and I've been, you know, hanging out with it and talking to it and jamming it and doing dive bombs. It's not bad. It's a pretty good bridge. Right off the get-go, it was in tune, which was already a bonus. The intonation's pretty low. The pickups are both the Alnico V, both humbuckers, so neck and bridge, same thing. It's got a volume and tone and a three-way toggle switch, right? That's it, pretty simple. Hardware's all black. It's got the binding, red binding around the whole thing, which makes it look really, really classy. It looks really stellar, you know, it's sharp on the eyes. 24 fret, medium to jumbo. They're not bad. I mean, the quality of the fretwork is really good. You've got this wicked, again, the red binding down the entire thing. And the back is sort of a satin finish, which is really cool. It's got a fast neck. There's no hang-ups. Your hand doesn't get stuck while you're, you know, shredding or anywhere down there. And it feels nice. It feels comfortable to the hand. I think it's a C shape. All this information I basically get off the site. So I just go to the site, I visit the site, I pull in information that I can use for you guys, and I talk about it. So I noticed in a couple of the reviews that I got, you know, some people have been really awesome. Thank you so much for correcting some of the stuff on there. But once again, I'm just pulling from the site. So and I have seen in different guitars where the site says one thing, and then, like, you know, Sweetwater will say something else, or the brochure will say something else. So these things happen, no big deal, not the end of the world, but it's really cool. It's cool. It comes with a couple Allen keys in the back of the sucker for you. Black hardware. It looks really cool. It is sharp. It is a mahogany body with, of course, the red binding, C-shaped neck, 24 fret, ready for shred time. That's basically all you need to know, is go pick this up, grab it, head over to Long and McQuaid in Abbotsford, and talk to the guys there and say, hey, where is this thing? So let's run through it a little bit and do what we normally do when we're doing a testing for a guitar. We run through it. All right, let's check this bad boy out. So what am I running through? My usual. I got my EVH, my distortion set about 2 o'clock. And right now I've got plugged into a Bad Horsey wah, otherwise going right through a little bit of a noise gate. That's it, no special effects, nothing. Just whatever the pickups are putting out, and that's it, and the distortion of the head. I mean, overall, not bad. You know, it's the pickups are okay. They're not pull pots. First thing I tried. What? Say what? Which is funny because they don't talk about that on the episode, right? They don't talk about that when you're watching other stuff. And I went through the parameters. So this is the whole thing why I created this channel, is that we learn together. Oh, only the one. So there you go. I stand corrected. Well, I'll be damned. And I don't think it's an aftermarket thing, but it might be. You never know, being that this thing's used. So I didn't see any specs online. It says it's a split coil. Okay, so you want to hear some drums on this thing? Let's put some drums on this fucking bad boy. All right. No, but seriously, you always tend to wonder. I start pulling and pushing and everything, and then lo and behold, you've got a pull split coil. Who knew? All right. Anyway, let's try this damn thing with some drums. All right? I'll leave it at that. I'll throw some wah in there too. Why not? Let's throw some wah in there. Okay, so there you have it. That is that's cool, man. It's got some really little cool features. It feels comfortable to play, like I said. And for $400, you're getting not a bad guitar. You want to change the pickups on it? Suit yourself. You want to keep them as it is. I really dig it. I mean, like I said, this reminds me of an LTD. You know, yeah, it does totally. Do check it out. Head over to Long and McQuaid and say hi to the boys and see if this guitar is still in the stand if I haven't already bought it first. Of course. I got nothing really bad to say about the guitar. So it's a really great entry level if you want. If it's also a good shredder, I mean, I'd use it live, no problem. It's got all the bells and whistles that I want out of it, including the split coil that wasn't even on the website. But dude, this one's got it. So do check it out. And if you're first time checking out this video, I appreciate you watching all the way up to here. Subscribe down below, hit the thumbs up and the bell, and you'll be up to date on everything that is happening. Why? Because we got to keep the shred alive. So I thank you so much. I have been Steve. You have been great. And I'm going to keep playing. And you guys are going to head over to Long and McQuaid or any music store worldwide and see if you can track down one of these Kramer Assault 220s with the Floyd Rose. All right. Cheers. Until next time, guys. Well, I'll be damned, it's still cool. That's fucking hilarious. It's nothing on the... That's why I'm always pulling the cables. I'm always pulling the cables!